If we have a 1-minute speech to deliver, the main challenge that we face is how do we really consolidate so much important information into just 1 minute? And more importantly, how do we communicate this in a clear manner? That's where this neat little communication framework called PREP comes into the picture. This framework will not only help us speak in a concise manner while making sure all the important points are in place, but the best thing about it is that if we have 1-minute speeches or short speeches to give in almost any occasion, this framework can be applied there. So it also improves our ability to speak on the spot, even when we're not prepared. So what does this framework stand for? PREP. It's an abbreviation which stands for point, reason, example, point. We basically start off with the main point or message of our speech. Then we move on to giving a reason for that main point. Then we give an example and finally end it again with our main point. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have to give a simple speech around our favorite genre of music. Now, one of two things can happen. Either we can look at it in a way that there's so much to speak about under the topic of music. But on the other end, we might also think, how do I speak beyond just my normal answer? For instance, if our favorite type of music is jazz, what do we say beyond, hi, my favorite genre of music is jazz? For both of these instances, PREP can be very, very useful. Let's get into the example. My favorite type of music is rock and roll. The reason I like rock and roll music is because I've been listening to it ever since I was a little kid. And I absolutely love the heavy guitar and the drum rolls and the lyrics of rock songs. But more than any of this, I remember attending my first ever rock concert. That atmosphere was electrifying, and I remember it to this day. It immediately made me fall in love with the genre. My favorite rock band is this one group called Linkin Park. They were one of the first bands that I listened to, and I love everything about them, from their melodies to their rhythms to their lyrics. Unfortunately, I never got to see them perform live, but I still listen to their music every day. And that is why rock and roll is my favorite type of music. And that's basically it. This framework can be applied to almost any question or any short speech that we need to give. And if you want to know more such frameworks that you can apply to short speeches, we've made an entire video on delivering memorable 1-minute speeches, which has a lot more than just frameworks. And I highly recommend you check that out right here.